Top 10 Celeb Couples Who Fell in Love at First Sight. Welcome to Top Rank, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 celeb couples who fell in love at first sight. For this list, we'll be looking at Hollywood couples who prove that love at first sight does exist. Who's your favorite celeb couple? Tell us in the comments. 10. Isla Fisher and Sacha Baron Cohen. For Isla Fisher, sparks flew right away when she laid eyes on her future hubby, Sacha Baron Cohen. The Confessions of Being a Shopaholic star met the Borat creator at a party in Sydney, Australia in 2001. After a long engagement and raising children, the couple said their adios in 2010. In 2022, Baron joked that his feelings for Fisher were instant but not the other way around. Knowing her husband's habit of pulling her legs, Isla came to her defense by admitting their feelings were mutual. After 20 years of romance, it seems their playful relationship is as lively as ever. 9. Shakira and Gerard Piqué. Shakira's life changed forever when she met Gerard Piqué while shooting her Waka Waka music video. In love right from the get-go, the singer and professional footballer became the target of paparazzi and were forced to take their special relationship public. Since then, the two superstars have gone on to have 2 children and build a life together. The Hips Don't Lie singer has said that the idea of marriage scares her, so they haven't tied the knot. However, something tells us these lovebirds are doing just fine as they are. 8. Matthew and Camila Alves McConaughey. For many years, Matthew McConaughey was one of Hollywood's most notable bachelors. Things took an unexpected turn in 2006 when the former sexiest man alive met Camila Alves. McConaughey spotted the Brazilian model while hanging out with his friends at a club. Captivated, McConaughey had his pal Lance Armstrong play the role of wingman. Although Alves wasn't initially as taken aback as the Oscar winner, their relationship escalated quickly, and they welcomed their first child in 2008. Married since 2012, Camila and Matthew proved that sometimes it's all about being in the right place at the right time. 7. Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Thanks to some famous pals, this duo became one of Hollywood's golden couples. While attending the Deauville American Film Festival in 1998, Michael Douglas spotted Catherine Zeta-Jones and fell head over heels. Shortly after meeting, the Wall Street star confidently told her that he was going to be the father of her children. A little presumptuous, but it turns out he was right as the couple went on to marry and raise a family. With a roughly $1.5 million budget and guests like Jack Nicholson and Jennifer Aniston, their Plaza Hotel wedding became one of the biggest star-studded events of the 2000s. Decades later, they remain one of the longest-running marriages in showbiz. 6. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. One of the most talked-about couples of the decade, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have weathered unimaginable challenges. But if there's one thing that's kept their spirits high, it's their love for each other. The first time they met, set up by a mutual friend, Harry knew that he'd met his future spouse. Since marrying in a royal ceremony, the couple has remained by each other's side through their public departure from the monarchy. They continue proving to the world that they've been unbreakable since day one. 5. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson are an exception in an industry where marriages come and go. Long before they were household names, the aspiring actors cut their teeth with bit roles. Rita's small screen debut on The Brady Bunch left an impression on Tom when he happened to tune into her episode. The pair finally met years later on Hanks's sitcom, Bosom Buddies. Tom has publicly stated their connection was instant and unmistakable. However, they kept their feelings at bay and didn't start dating until after filming the 80s flick Volunteers. Married for 30 years and counting, it seems that their connection hasn't lost its luster. 4. David and Victoria Beckham. Back in 1997, the football legend and pop star turned designer met while attending a charity game. Long before the pair hit it off in person, David was already a fan of Posh Spice. After watching a Spice Girls music video with a friend, he promised that she would be his future wife. 1 year after dating, the couple became engaged and shortly after welcomed their firstborn son, Brooklyn. Since then, the duo has married and expanded their family, becoming one of the most celebrated celebrity couples of all time. 3. Idris Elba and Sabrina Dower Elba. After Idris Elba's first marriage ended, he publicly admitted that he wasn't interested in tying the knot again. However, all it took was a little dose of love, at first sight, to make him go back on his word. Meeting at a jazz bar, Sabrina Dower initially struck up a conversation with the actor because her friend was interested in him. It turns out that the one-time Miss Vancouver and Idris shared an undeniable connection that made them inseparable from that night on. They were married in a lavish Moroccan ceremony in 2019. Even a few years in, the happy couple continues to surprise each other years later. 2. Juan Yosef and Ricky Martin. Ricky Martin and husband, Juan Yosef's love story is truly one for the digital age. The live-in La Vida Loca singer met his future spouse via Instagram. Instantly captivated by Yosef's artwork, Martin fell even harder when he first saw a pic of the Swedish artist. After several months of texting back and forth, the pair finally met in real life. Ricky has gone on record to admit that he knew they would marry as soon as he laid eyes on Juan. Raising 4 children and hitched in 2017, their romance proves that in the 21st century, one click can change your life. 1. Emily Blunt and John Krasinski. They've become one of Hollywood's sweetest couples, and it's all thanks to a chance encounter. Although John Krasinski was a fan of Emily Blunt's role in The Devil Wears Prada, he never would have guessed she would be his future wife. While dining out, a mutual friend introduced the pair. From that moment, the two actors knew there was something special between them. They were engaged only 10 months later and later got married in a beautiful ceremony on pal George Clooney's Italian property. They have since gone on to raise a family and even work together. Celebrating over a decade of bliss, Emily and John's romance is living proof that love at first sight is rare but real.